When a financial crisis begins, the first thing people worry about is whether their money is safe. History shows that in every crisis, trust is the first thing to collapse. Trust in banks, trust in cash, trust in the financial system. And when trust disappears, people turn to gold. But one important question must be answered: can gold replace cash? Or is gold simply a defensive tool during a crisis? This video will help you understand the real answer. First, we need to understand what a financial crisis actually is. A financial crisis happens when the monetary system becomes unstable. Banks lose liquidity, businesses can't access credit, people can't withdraw their money, and suddenly, cash becomes scarce. During the 2008 financial crisis, major banks collapsed in just days. People lined up outside banks to withdraw cash, but not everyone succeeded. At that moment, money in a bank account was no longer truly money. Cash exists because of trust. Trust that banks will give you your money when you need it. Trust that governments will protect the value of currency. In a crisis, that trust is severely tested. This is where gold enters the picture. Gold is not a promise. Gold is not someone else's liability. Gold is an asset that exists outside the financial system. Throughout thousands of years of history, gold has survived countless crises. Empires collapsed, currencies disappeared, but gold retained its value. However, this does not mean gold completely replaces cash. Gold and cash serve very different purposes. Cash is designed for daily transactions, buying food, paying bills, covering everyday expenses. Gold is not designed for daily spending. You can't easily buy a cup of coffee with gold. You can't pay your electricity bill with gold bars. That's why gold is not cash, but gold is a store of value. When currency loses value, gold holds purchasing power. When inflation rises, gold protects wealth. When the financial system becomes unstable, gold stands outside it. This is the key point many people misunderstand. Gold does not replace cash in daily life. Gold replaces trust in paper money. During crises, wealthy individuals do not hold large amounts of cash. They hold assets, especially assets that don't depend on a third party. Physical gold is an asset that requires no permission. No bank is needed. No payment system is required. No internet connection is necessary. When systems shut down, gold still exists. That is why central banks continue to hold gold reserves. Even though they issue paper money, even though they control the financial system. If gold were useless, they wouldn't keep it. But they do, as a last resort asset. This leads to an important truth. Gold is not meant to make you rich quickly. Gold is meant to help you survive a crisis. During a crisis, the goal is not high returns. The goal is not losing everything, and gold performs that role extremely well. However, holding gold also has limitations. You cannot hold all your wealth in gold. Gold does not generate cash flow. Gold does not pay interest. Gold simply preserves value over time. It's like a life raft. You don't live on a life raft, but you need one when the ship is sinking. Cash is a tool for flexibility. Gold is a tool for protection. These two are not enemies. They complement each other. In stable times, cash is more convenient. In times of crisis, gold becomes more important. The biggest mistake is choosing one and completely rejecting the other. Smart people balance both. Some cash for short-term needs, some gold for long-term risk protection. How much is the right amount? That depends on the individual. Income level matters, risk tolerance matters. But one thing is certain: ignoring gold entirely is risky, especially in today's world. Rising government debt, persistent inflation, geopolitical conflicts, increasing financial complexity. The more complex the system becomes, the greater the risk, and gold exists because risk exists. So, can gold replace cash? The answer is no, not completely. But gold replaces something cash cannot. It replaces fragile trust. Cash helps you live today. Gold helps protect tomorrow. These two don't compete, they coexist. During crises, people who hold gold panic less, because they know they own an asset independent of the system. That is gold's true power, not price increases, but stability during chaos. If all your wealth is held in paper currency, it may be time to reconsider. Not to abandon cash, but to diversify risk. Gold is not a miracle. Gold is financial insurance. And like all insurance, you buy it before disaster strikes, not after. When a crisis hits, it's already too late. Gold prices have risen, supply becomes limited, and your choices shrink. Preparation is always cheaper than panic. Gold won't make you rich overnight, but gold helps prevent you from becoming poor after a crisis. And in finance, not losing money is already a major victory. If you understand this, you are already ahead of most people. See gold for what it truly is. Not exaggerated, not misunderstood. Gold does not replace cash. But gold replaces the weakness of paper money. That is why gold has always existed, and why it will exist long after us. The real question isn't whether you should own gold. The real question is whether you are prepared for the next crisis. Because crises don't announce themselves. But history shows us one thing clearly: they always return. And every time they do, gold proves its role once again. Thank you for watching until the end. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. What role does gold play in your personal finances? This is my personal perspective. This content is not financial or investment advice. Always do your own research before making financial decisions. Stay safe in every economic cycle, and I'll see you in the next video.